So let's hop right into this video. This video is going to be talking about the trend of people kind of going to buy used vehicles now. But that's kind of been the case the past couple of years. And as you see, we have my 2002 third generation 4Runner, a much older vehicle nowadays compared to a lot of the vehicles here in the gym parking lot. You see a little older Tacoma there, but it's kind of been since, everything that happened 4 or 5 years ago in the world, the car market value is still pretty high and hasn't caught up with catching down to what the market value should be for new cars and used cars. But I feel like used cars have come down progressively more than the newer car market value. But there's also so much stuff that goes into a new car with stuff breaking and the qualities that isn't there nowadays. And it's actually happened with Toyota as well. Toyota was known in the 90s and probably the mid 2000s to where, depending on who you talk to, the quality was just there. Even by looking at the vehicle, you knew you're going to get something. These used to be able to neglect these a little bit and kind of just let oil changes and stuff go, which I don't recommend, but you could get away with it. Nowadays you can't. But something like coming under the hood right here, very simple. Your air filter, you just push these two prongs, you pull the filter out, you put a new one in. Nowadays, you got to go through all this. It takes like 30 minutes sometimes. And even bumpers to change a headlight bulb, you got to take the bumper off like the newer Mustangs and stuff to even, change the headlight housing or bulb or whatever. So something like this, very simple, reliable, clean, the battery terminals up and stuff like that. Just small imperfections that you can change to make it look better and last longer. But the main source that's under the hood is reliable and simple to work on and easy and is, cost effective. The maintenance doesn't cost a lot over time. So that's kind of the trend that I've noticed that people are going for with buying older vehicles. So that's going to, make the market go up a little bit more because people are going to start going to older vehicles. But I highly recommend buying, used and older, especially if it's in good shape. Something like a Toyota, a Honda, an older Ford Explorer, maybe Chevy Blazer, something like that. Something that you like, because I feel like the older vehicles, just the quality lasts longer. If you come to the interior of the vehicle, this is an everyday driver. This vehicle is over 20 years old. Quality's still there. You can tell. I mean, I've done, some upgrades here and there, but quality, it's pretty clean and it's pretty there. For a 20-something-year-old vehicle, you can't go wrong. There's not much that I've ever really had to replace on this vehicle. Now, coming from the Mustang is a little different. That's also 2001. It's a little bit of an older vehicle, but at the same time, Ford had its dark ages. So some companies and brands you still have to look out for depending on what vehicle it is. The plastics were cheap and stuff, but that's kind of just like, a poor man's race car at that point. And that's what that car was. But when you come to something like this, you really don't see many problems with that. So I highly encourage, to buy used, especially in the wintertime. Buy a vehicle that that's going to last. Take care of it, and it'll definitely take care of you. This for the 2002 Toyota 4Runner, something, it's not a fast vehicle by any means, but it's reliable. It gets you around town, and you can definitely make it look good. You can definitely make it look like one of the newer vehicles and add the technology. You can switch out stuff. Coming back to this mirror right here turns on and it records. And then, you have your touchscreen radio, which is nice. You can always update your sound system, kind of change out the face gauge overlay like I did, add some stuff to change it up a little bit, make it look a little different, make it look a little cooler. I added a backup camera right here, taillights, just to kind of give it a modern look, but the reliability, you're not sacrificing that. Even with the lift kit, I didn't sacrifice the reliability of the vehicle because these things have been around so long that these lift kits are just, kind of a dime a dozen to where they produce them because they know that they're going to last and work. So that's what that is. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend buying a used and older vehicle versus new. The simplicity, the reliability versus what's out there new, especially if you can't afford or don't want to use a car payment. Don't recommend it. But if you can go buy a newer vehicle, I still recommend having a backup vehicle that's something like this, because that new one's in the shop all the time. at least you have something that's reliable. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I appreciate you stopping by for a quick little video. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.